Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to the Carmen Jordan Career Mode. Yes, it's the final ever season of the Carmen Jordan Career Mode. Yes, no more from Carmen Jordan. Let's have a word with Carmen now. Oh God. She says, Dave, why are you calling this the final ever season of the Carmen Jordan Career Mode? No reason at all, Carmen. No reason at all. I just thought it would make a great thumbnail, wouldn't it? Yes, but no reason at all. To be honest, I mean, you'll be back next time for another fantastic series. What are you going to sack me at the end of this? No, Carmen. No, of course not. Whatever gave you that idea? You'll be continuing on for decades. Oh, let's go to her Instagram, lads. Let's go to her Instagram. Wait a minute. Who's this interloper? Who the bloody hell's this? Brad Pitt. Hate him. What's he doing with my Carmi? What's he doing with my car? This is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Oh my God, look at the way she's looking longingly into his eyes. Oh my God, no, Carmi, no, not Brad Pitt. God's sake, no, this is destroying my fantasy now. Destroying it. Absolutely destroying it. Oh God, it's getting worse now. Oh, there's too many men here, Carmi. Oh no, I'm losing it. I'm actually losing it right now. I need something. I need just us, Carmi. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better, lads. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, now my fantasies can come to life. Yes, Carmi Jordan. I think just one more photo should do. Oh, yes, that's definitely the one, lads. That's definitely the one. Anyway, we move on to the next Grand Prix now, and it's Portugal. Yes, fantastic. So out Carmen goes for oh my goodness, Carmen, where are you going? The track's over there, love. Yeah, track's over there. Anyway, slight mistake for Carmen Jordan in her first qualifying run, and as you can see, we're about to cross the line now. Let's see what time she puts in. She crosses the line. It's going to be 10th position, 3.7 seconds behind the leader. Anyway, a little bit later into qualifying one, and as you can see, it is now absolutely pissing down with rain. Carmen Jordan's in 14th place. I think that's about the best that she's going to get in this session. So we move on now to the second qualifying session, and as you can see, Carmen Jordan is currently in 6th place. She's gone on to dry tyres. It has started to dry out now. All the rest are still on inters. We've only 2 minutes left of qualifying. She may have caught the others napping, I do believe, and she could be on for a good position for her start here. Let's have a look and see what happens as she's about to cross the line. In fact, look at this. She's 7.8 seconds now up. This could be a very decent time indeed for Carmen Jordan. Let's see what happens. It's got to be pole. Surely it's got to be pole. And it is the fastest lap for Carmi J at Portugal. But can she hold on to it? Well, we're just about to find out now, aren't we? I bet she hasn't. I bet they've all been overtaken her. She's probably done at 14th again. No, actually, she ended up in 6th position. So well done after the third qualifying session there for Carmen Jordan.
The Formula One circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week, and it's preparing for what I expect to be a terrific race here in Portimao. So Portimao features 15 turns over the course of its 2.9 mile length. 9 are right-handers, 6 are to the left. And this is a track with a lot of uphill action, which only accentuates the importance of getting those exits right, especially at turn 4, where a good line can present opportunities to pass on the way into turn 5. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. It's Sergio Perez on pole position today, and Guan Yu Zhou completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Tsunoda, Cox and Leclerc, Sainz, Ocon, Gasly and Nicholas Latifi, Vettel, Ricciardo. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Lance Stroll and Giovinazzi, Tictum, Mazepin, Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, Verstappen, Bottas, Schwartzman and Mick Schumacher. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we go then on the not so final Carmen Jordan Career Mode Series. We say go, 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 and it's here we go. We got Sonoda's off to the right hand side, Russell's up there as well, and our own teammate Guan Yu Zhou is currently in second place. As we go to turn one, it's going to get very tight for Carmen Jordan. She makes contact, I think, with George Russell, trying desperately to get past. Of course, he's on hard tyres, she's on a medium, so she should have the advantage here, and she goes very deep into the next turn. But look at this, everyone. We've got yellow flags, but she gets through up into third position for Carmen Jordan. Another fantastic result for the beautiful lady, up into third place. Look at this, and George Russell's going all over the track trying to get past her, as you can see, but she's holding on to this third place. Yuki Tsunoda's currently now in fourth position. George Russell's dropped down to fifth, and Sergio Perez, Checo himself, as Carmen Jordan goes very, very wide on the exit there, very, very wide. But as I say, this is a very weird track, very undulating. It's like a roller coaster, goes up and down, up and down. And the best thing about it is you can't see where you're going until you get over the hill, which is very, very good for a circuit, I have to say. It's very scary circuit is Portugal, but Carmen Jordan seems to be handling the conditions quite, and she's holding on to this third place. Yeah, she's on for a podium. She's got to get as many points as she can. She's going to win this championship. It's going to be a long championship, 23 rounds of course until we get to the end. So she's got to get as many points in the bag as she can before she gets to the end, otherwise she's going to be in real trouble. Anyway, first lap completed. Sergio Perez, fastest lap, and of course is in the lead of this Grand Prix. Guan Yu Zhou in second place, and Carmen Jordan in third position. And so we accelerate forward now to lap 3 of the Grand Prix. We're slowing third from Carmen Jordan. Guan Yu Zhou, as Carmen goes very wide again there as she's coming around the final turn there. Guan Yu Zhou is currently ahead 4.6 seconds. Of course, our own teammate Sergio Perez still in the lead of this race as we accelerate forward now to lap 5. No change. Jordan still in third. Guan Yu Zhou's got the gap now up to 10. Oh no! No! I don't believe it. Engine failure. Carmen. Oh no! This is, and there you can see it. The smoke coming out the back of our car. Disaster. Absolute disaster. This is not good for our championship. But of course it does happen in F1 2021 for the first time. Your car can just suddenly fail, and that's exactly what's happened to Carmen Jordan. She is out of the Grand Prix in Portugal. Oh dear. So there you go then, no points for Carmen. But it looks like Guan Yu Zhou has won the race because we got our own pit crew congratulating themselves. Has he? Yes, he has. Wowzers, mid-trousers. So Guan Yu Zhou has won the race in the Hookster Racing Virgin car, and there is famous F1 YouTuber Tiamat Marjuk. You don't see much of him, it has to be said, these days, but there he is everyone. So up onto the podium, there he is, our teammate Guan Yu Zhou, first place, the winner of the race in Portugal. But sadly, Carmen Jordan, she got nil points in this race. Oh dear. Anyway, the champagne goes over everyone. Yes, fantastic indeed. So let's go to the points now and see where Carmen Jordan is in the championship. This is definitely going to have affected it quite badly, it has to be said. So there you go. Guan Yu Zhou won the race. Sergio Perez in second place. Valtteri Bottas in third position. So let's go to the standings now and see where Carmen Jordan is after this round. She's still in the lead, but only by 2 points now. Just 2 points over Sergio Perez. Guan Yu Zhou currently in fourth position, 15 points behind, and we're first in the Constructors. So she goes out for another lap now, and she crosses the line, and it's... Oh my God!
What the fuck?
Oh, it's okay, she's back down to second. Qualifying session 2. She ends the session in
a few moments.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Now to do another photo shoot and make another video. And for the photo shoot, she's in a bikini. And Christian Clean is still in front of her. We're just coming up to the chicane, but she's getting very, very close to the back of Christian. But look at that, the Red Bull advantage has pulled away. He's got a little bit more horsepower in that car. Come on, Carmen, push now. But oh God! Oh no! No, Carmen, that's it. Your race is over. You can't continue. You've only got 3 wheels on your wagon. Come back to the pits, Carmen. It's all over. Oh my God.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the DR.
Oh God, I don't believe it. She started crying now. I'm no good at this soppy shit. It's alright, love. Do you want a cup of tea and a bourbon biscuit? Oh, she's perked up a little bit. Oh God, no, she's off again. I don't believe it. You know, I really can't understand why I'm still single. And she's just coming round to the start and finish line, as you can see, and we'll be able to see what her time is going to be as she crosses the line. It is going to... Yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next Grand Prix. It's time for the Spanish Grand Prix. Of course, Carmen Jorda's home circuit. And we've got some information there about our mechanical failure. Yeah, so let's go to the setup screen and see exactly what part failed on the car in the last round. As you can see, we're first in the vehicle performance comparison chart at the moment, which is great news, and it was the internal combustion engine. That was the part that failed. Now, are we going to put a new one on now? I'm not quite sure. Shall we? I don't know. I don't think we should, in fact, because it's a little bit too early in the season, and I don't want to compromise Carmen's points, so I'm going to say no, we'll leave it, but later on we'll have to put a new engine on the car at some point. Anyway, so it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix, and of course it's the Spanish Grand Prix, yes, home of Carmen Jorda. Yes. Anyway, practice has been completed. As you can see, some more lovely resource points to add to our collection. We've now got 2,491. Look at that. There's Guan Yu Zhou, who won the last round of this championship. Wowzers me trousers. In our very car. So out we go for qualifying, and at this point in the championship I've decided to switch to the short qualifying format. It just saves a little bit more time making these videos, so that's what I've decided to do. So only one session in the qualifying from now on. So now let's have a look and see what's fantastic time Carmen's going to put in across the line. And it's third place at the moment. Yes, third position. Fantastic. As we accelerate forward down a little bit later in qualifying, you can see we dropped out of 12th position at the moment, but she's slightly up on the delta time, so she should improve on this time and get her into 10th position. Yes, 10th place now for Carmen Jorda. Okay, so we accelerate forward now to even later into the qualifying session. We've once again slipped down to 11th place, but once again I think we're going to slip back up again into our hallowed 10th position, so that's fantastic news. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to the end of qualifying. In fact, qualifying is now over, and we've dropped down to 11th once again, and we're not going to improve on our time because we're well down on the deltas. So there you go then. Looks like it's going to be 11th place for the race for Carmen Jorda in Spain as we cross the line. Well done. Fantastic. So there you go then. 11th place for Carmen Jorda, 7th for our teammate Guan Yu Zhou, 1st place for Valtteri Bottas, 2nd for Lewis Hamilton, and 3rd for Maxi Boy Verstappen. Okay then, let's do this.
Welcome along then to what promises to be another fascinating Spanish Grand Prix, a race which saw Max Verstappen win on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016. This after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg on the first lap. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? It's 730 metres from pole position down to a slippery turn 1 here, the first of 16 corners around this 2.89 mile racetrack. The long, wide turn 3 and the uphill right-hander of turn 9 can both be taken full throttle in the right conditions, but I doubt very much we'll be seeing any of that today. Anthony Davidson is alongside me today, nice and dry up here in the commentary box. But how are you, Ant? Looking forward to the race?
I'm very well, thank you, Crofty. Forgot my umbrella on the way up to the box, so I'm a little bit soggy, but I'll dry out soon enough. It's going to be an interesting race in this weather. Obviously, your strategy changes completely once it starts raining, as overtaking is a lot easier in the wet. The focus moves away from pure aerodynamic efficiency and tyre management, and of course the driver themselves can always make more of a difference in these conditions than in the dry.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Zhou, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi and Esteban Ocon, Cox, Gasly, George Russell and Vettel, Tsunoda, Latifi, Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, Tigtum and Robert Schwartzman. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, so it's time once again for the lights to go out on the Carmen Jordan career mode, and unfortunately it's absolutely chucking down with rain. The lights go out and it's away we go. Oh, really bogged out at the start for Carmen Jordan. She almost loses it, in fact, in the wet conditions. She's in 11th place at the moment, no 12th, now 13th position. As you can see, George Russell has got past her. A terrible start from Carmen Jordan, but she's going to see if she can get some of the places back. We're going to turn 1, she's going for the Alpine, and she gets past, yes, so up into 9th position from her 11th place start. Pretty good going, but just look at the spray everywhere. Absolutely pouring down with rain. We are on full wet tyres, and Carmen Jordan is really struggling in these conditions. But look at this, she's also struggling to get past the McLarens as well, and she manages to get past one of them, and she's going for a dip down the inside of the other one. I think she gets past. Yes, she does. Look at that. Both McLarens, even though the conditions are absolutely deplorable, or whatever you want to call it, she has managed to get past cars up into 7th place, and she's got her own teammate in front of her now. It's Guan Yu Zhou in the sister Hookster Racing Virgin cars. Once again, she goes very wide there, very wide, but she's holding on in there into 7th position and trying to get past her teammate. She's been pulling away a little bit, almost up to a second already. We haven't even completed lap 1 yet of this 33 lap Grand Prix, but look at this, she goes for a move down the inside of Guan Yu Zhou. Well, I don't know where she got that kind of performance from the car there, but she managed to do it quite easily, in fact, and so she's got past our own teammate and up now to 6th position. Our next target is Sergio Perez, yes, Checo, in the Red Bull. He's got Charles Leclerc in front of him, and in front of him we've got Lewis Hamilton himself, of course, in that Mercedes car. So this is almost the end of the first lap. Still absolutely chucking down. It has been forecasted it's going to dry up a little bit, but it should be raining for the whole of this Grand Prix, unfortunately, as we accelerate forward out to lap 3. No change at the moment in the positions. Perez still ahead of us and managed to pull the gap up now to just over a second. And Daniel Ricciardo is now the car behind. He's got past Guan Yu Zhou, and he's now 3 seconds behind, so he's definitely dropping off the pace behind Carmen Jordan, but unfortunately she can't catch the car in front at the moment as we accelerate forward down to lap 6. So still no change. Jordan in 6th position now, and Perez in 5th, 3 seconds up the road. Daniel Ricciardo's made to pull the gap out a little bit. He's now 1.6 seconds behind Carmen Jordan. We accelerate forward down to lap 12. So once again, now we have cars coming in though for their pit stops. So as you can see, Valtteri Bottas has been in for his stop and come back out again, and he's in front of Carmen Jordan. This is not good news. This is definitely not good news. Carmen Jordan's up into 4th position, and they've come in for the intermediate tyres. As you can see, Bottas is on intermediates. Leclerc in front of Bottas is still on the wets. We're still on the wets, and Verstappen behind is also on the intermediate tyres. So Carmen Jordan is definitely going to come in on this lap, and she does come in on lap 12 to change onto those intermediate tyres, which may get her to the end of the Grand Prix. I'm not quite sure. They are quite hard sort of wearing, or shall I say they last quite a long time, these tyres, the intermediates, about 21 laps. So she could technically get to the end of this Grand Prix. We will see what happens. Anyway, it's a nice fast pit stop from the lads. Well done, lads. And we're going to rejoin the field now, I think in 6th position. No, there's more cars coming down. There's a couple of McLarens as she rejoins the field. Look at this. The McLaren, she's going to get very, very dicey into turn 1. And the McLaren gets past, but Carmen Jordan's fighting like crazy with Daniel Ricciardo. It's the Honey Badger. It's the Honey Badger himself. But no, he manages to get past Carmen Jordan, so she's dropped a position and down to 7th place. She is in the middle of a McLaren sandwich now between Ricciardo and Norris as we accelerate forward now. Look at this. On lap 13, she goes for an audacious dive bomb down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, and she's done it. She's done it. Up now to 6th position for the George. 6th place. Queen Latifah now is the car in front as we accelerate forward on lap 17. Carmen Jordan still in 5th position at the moment, as you can see. Other cars come in, so she's actually gained a place. We've got Leclerc in 4th, and Lando Norris is now the car behind in 6th position, 1.6 seconds behind Carmen Jordan. We accelerate forward on lap 20. As you can see, it is still raining. It has cleared up a little bit. That's why we're on the intermediate tyres, but I think it's going to rain all the way to the end of the race, unfortunately. So in terms of excitement in the race, there's not going to be much because the cars just seem to sort of hold station behind each other. So over on lap 25, we've got some back markers we've just passed, and we are now in 3rd position because unfortunately the other cars are actually pitting for another set of the intermediates. But as you can see, Carmen Jordan's intermediates are only about 22% worn. So I think she's going to go to the end. They're going to be pretty worn out by the time she gets to the last lap, but this may be the advantage that Carmen needs to get some serious points in this Grand Prix. We accelerate for the lap 30. Just 3 more laps to go in this Grand Prix, and Carmen Jordan is currently in a podium position, 3rd place. Hamilton in 2nd, Bottas in 1st. Perez is the car behind now in the Red Bull. He's in 4th positions. We accelerate for lap 33. It's the last lap of the race, and Carmen Jordan is going to do it. She stayed out on those tyres all the way until the end. I have to say, though, these intermediates are really worn out now for Carmen Jordan. She goes very, very wide. They're very wide indeed, but she's just hanging in there as Valtteri Bottas actually wins the race. And Carmen Jordan is going to cross the line on the podium. Who would have predicted this at the start of the race? She wasn't doing very well at all, and she was on for about a 7th or 8th place finish, but she has managed to pull a rabbit out of her bum, and now she's going to cross the line in 3rd place. She just hold on to it and hold off Perez as she crosses the line. Is she going to? Yes, she does. Well done, Carmi J. 3rd place, podium. That's exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. The strategy worked out beautifully, though, has to be said. Although those intermediates were pretty knackered towards the end, and she gets driver of the day as well. Fantastic. So there he is. There's Dodo Wolf, the Terminator, because his driver won the race. His driver won the race, and he was Valtteri Bottas. Yes, Valtteri Bottas. Well done to Valtteri. Looks like we may have another difficult season with the Mercedes cars, and there is famous F1 YouTuber Tiamat Marduk. Yes. Tiamat Marduk. So onto the podium. There's Lulu, there's Valtteri, and there's Carmi J. Look at oh, such a beautiful lady. Just look at her, look at her, look at her. It's time now for the champagne. Oh, come on, Carmi. Get a bit more excited about spraying that champagne, girl. Look, she's... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I think she's a little bit too wet after that race, and she just... You know, she wants to go and get her hair dryer and blow dry her hair, basically. That's why she's out of shot. So there you go then. 3rd place for Carmi J. Valtteri Bottas in 1st position, Lewis Hamilton in 2nd place. Now, where has that affected the championship? Where is Carmen Jordan? I'm not quite sure. And she's still in the lead. She's still in the lead, but only 5 points now against Sergio Perez. Guan Yu Zhou in 5th position. Valtteri Bottas in 3rd. And Lewis Hamilton in 4th place. In the constructors, she is in 2nd place in our Hookstart Racing Virgin car. Well, there you go then. Another exciting episode of the Carmen Jordan career mode has been completed, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching. You have been awesome. And yes, of course, there will, of course, be more later.